Hi everyone, and welcome to the
My
Penguin Prof channel.
scientist
Today I'm going to be talking
look
about
at
how
this
to
man.
approach histology, the study of
Oxygen.
tissues,
What
or what I
was
like to
me?
call how to love
That
a
one more
tree.
has me here. There's a tree.
This video is not going to be an exhaustive
Technology
list
has.
and showing you
We
lots
find
of different pictures
technology.
of tissues. It's
I'm
going to be
getting
more how
better.
to approach
I have
this,
a sweet
because
tooth.
that's really
But trouble,
the struggle
you're
that I
getting
find my
away
students
here,
usually have.
lover. You stop right
Most
there.
textbooks and
You
histology
so
atlases will show
something.
you just
You're
hundreds
getting
and
here.
thousands
I'm
of
getting here,
pictures.
lover.
But
You
what they
must be
tend
handled.
not to
This is
do
not
is to give you
This
a
is not
real
out here,
plan of
place.
attack
I'm
on
getting
how to
away.
go about
No,
figuring
it
out which
wasn't.
tissue
I'm
to hit.
not away.
Usually they'll
Stop
start
right
by
there.
saying,
No,
okay, there's 4 categories of tissues.
What
And the
happened,
first thing you have
boy?
to do is figure out what category
What
the
happened,
tissue that you're looking
boy?
at is
Don't
in.
ask me here.
That sounds great, but it's actually really hard to do. So I find that actually having a tool, a dichotomous key that you can use is a lot more helpful than just saying, well, figure out what category it is. Because quite frankly, when you're just starting out in this, that's a really, really difficult task. So we're going to use this dichotomous key. There are a lot of them out there, but I like some that are like this. You'll see why. Because it starts with one very fundamental question. Are the cells close together? Are they tightly packed, in other words? If yes, we're going to use this side of the key. If no, we're going to use the other side. So let's tango and see how this works. Here's your first question. Name this tissue. It's kind of daunting.
Looks like name this tissue
where do you
has
start?
a place.
Well, of course,
You can
like to
actually
start where it
see
says
it
start
at
here.
the signs.
I like
If
that a
you
lot.
see the
Are the
school,
cells
do
close
not
together? Are
go
they tightly
there.
packed?
Because they are
Certainly the answer is
horrible
yes. You
now,
don't see any
and
spaces
cannot
in between the
some
cells.
people.
The next
Planning
question,
for the
is this
world
tissue lining a free
domination.
surface, or is there a
There's
free
7
edge? Well,
billion
that's what
people
this
around
is.
the
There's
world means
clearly
the
a free
human
edge.
winning
So
state.
the answer to that question is
Formerly the
yes.
main
So I'm going to
species.
darken out the other side of this
There
tree
is
to make it more
knowledge
clear
power.
where
My friends
we're
are
going.
knowledge
It is an
power
epithelial
has
tissue.
This
Now, the
means
next
we're
question,
immortal.
is it one
What's
layer
that
or
supposed to
many
mean?
layers of
Means
cells? Well,
forever.
hopefully
Never
that's not
dying
too
or
difficult to
the
see that there are
king.
many,
Okay,
many
let's hang
layers of
out.
cells.
You
So
don't
now
ask
we
me
move
here.
here. Now we
Just
know that it is
ask
a
me.
striated
Yeah, I know.
epithelium.
Isn't it great?
Striated meaning
You must be
multiple layers
all
of cells.
over place.
If we look at the shape of the cells
Kid,
closest to
what's
the
going
lumen or the
on?
edge in this case,
Yes,
are they
it is.
flat?
Your
And the answer
Prof
is
is
yes, which
Prof.
means we get to stop
There's
right
a
there.
happy.
This
Yes,
is stratified squamous
Great.
epithelium. Isn't that wonderful?
There is
1 down, 8 to go.
liking.
Name this tissue. Okay,
Tissue,
so here we go. Now we're on the other side of the key. Are the cells close together? And the answer is no. These are the cells down here. They're the dark parts right here. They're widely spaced, and there's stuff in between. The next question, so we know we're looking at connective tissue here. Now, are the cells in fluid? And the answer is no. The next question, are the cells inside lacunae? Lacunae, this means crater, and it's easier to see when it's not so small, but these cells are actually inside little teeny depressions that we call lacunae, and you can usually see those. So the answer to that question, are they sitting in little craters? The answer is yes. Are there canaliculi radiating from the lacunae? Canaliculi means little canals, and those are all the little lines that you see here coming out of the cells inside the lacunae. So the answer is yes, you do see those. We know we're looking at bone. Do you see a concentric ring structure? Boy, I hope you do. The answer to that is certainly yes. We are looking at compact bone. This, by the way, is one of the most distinctive types of tissue, so I consider this a pretty easy one. And once you see it a couple times, I don't think you're going to have a problem with it. But I'm basically, again, just illustrating how this tree works. What about this one? Name this tissue. So again, first question, are the cells close together? And the answer is certainly not. Are the cells in a fluid? No. Are the cells inside lacunae? Do you see any kind of depression where the cells are sitting? No, I don't see that. Are there fibers that are densely packed in a matrix? No, I don't see any fibers in here at all. I do like this question. Do you see big white blobs? Well, yeah, you know, actually I do. These are big white blobs. So what we're looking at is adipose tissue. I just love that one. I think that's funny. Big white blobs. It's very descriptive. So of course, what you're actually looking at, these are the cells. These are the cell membranes here. And these are the nuclei, the dark staining nuclei. And these are big lipid droplets inside. And they do look like big white blobs. So this is going pretty well so far, right? Yeah, so let's keep going. Name this tissue. Are the cells tightly packed? Or any spaces in between? Certainly, you can see that the cells are in fact tightly packed. Do you see a free edge? And yes, you do. This is actually glandular tissue, actually. These little guys are lining an opening. It's actually a duct. Is there a single layer of cells? Yes. Are the cells flat? No, they're not flat. Are they square? Actually, they're square. They're the shape of little cubes. So this tissue is called simple cuboidal epithelia. This is a really common tissue that you'll see in many glands. At first glance, this kind of looks like a mess. Oh boy, here we go. The cells are not close together. They are widely spaced with material in between. Are the cells in fluid? No. Are the cells inside lacunae? Do you see those little depressions? I sure don't. Do you see fibers densely packed in a matrix? Actually, no. Are they big white blobs? No, it's certainly not big white blobs. The answer is you see 3 different types of fibers present in equal amounts. This is areolar tissue. It's also known as loose fibrous connective tissue. You'll see this tissue a lot, especially in all of your epithelial tissue slides. When you look at them, if you look underneath the epithelia, you usually see this tissue. It's really common. It underlies most epithelia throughout the body. Boy, this one, if you haven't seen it before, you might think, wow, this is very distinctive looking. So what is that? The cells certainly are very close together. But do you see a free edge? If you were to scan along the slide, you would certainly not see a free edge. It's not covering anything. Are the cells elongated, tube-like, or spindle-like? Most definitely they are. Are the cells striated? We're talking about all these little lines that are running perpendicular to the length of the actual fiber. So that is definitely striated, heavily striated. Are the cells branching? No. So we know the answer now. This is skeletal muscle tissue. Extremely easy to spot once you know what you're looking for. These muscle fibers are multinucleated. These are all the little nuclei. The cells are extremely long and thin.
It's too late. We need to go.
Number 7. Name this tissue. This is actually kind of a tricky one because it looks striated at first glance, but it's not. The cells are definitely closely packed together, and there is a free edge. So that is yes. We know that we're looking at epithelia. Do you see a single layer of cells? Yes. If you look closely, and this is the key, when you look at these tall, skinny cells, even though it might look like there's more than one layer of them, there's actually only one. There is one layer of tall, skinny cells. Are the cells flat? No. Are they square? No. Are they rectangular, or do the cells vary in height, and are the nuclei located at different levels? Yes. This is called pseudostratified columnar epithelia. This actually is also ciliated, so you may have to learn the name pseudostratified ciliated columnar epithelia. Isn't histology just fabulous? You'll see this tissue a lot in respiratory tissue. Respiratory sections, like the trachea and so on. These little hairs help to sweep mucus and other particles and keep them out of the lungs. All right, we're getting to the end here. Name this tissue. This can be a hard one, but let's go through the tree. The cells are not close together. There is a matrix in between. The cells are not in fluid, but they do sit in lacunae, just like the bone. But this is obviously not bone, but we're still on this side of that little fork here. Do you see canaliculi radiating from the lacunae like we did in bone? No, we don't see that. So we know we're talking about cartilage. And now we just have to ask the question, do you see fibers in this cartilage or not? And you don't see any fibers. This is hyaline cartilage. This is a type of tissue that's very, very strong but also flexible. Finally, last but not least, name this tissue.
You're telling you
Let's
knowledge.
go through the tree.
Yeah,
The
your
cells
name is tissue.
are
Your
close
name is
together,
tissue.
but there
I
is
have
no
these.
free edge.
Actually, didn't
So
know
that first
happy.
question is a no. Are they elongated,
Trust me,
tube-like, and
okay?
spindle-like? Most
I
definitely.
think the
Are they
help is actually to
striated?
do it. Your name is
Most
a better day.
definitely. And are they
Nice
branching?
box, yeah.
And in this case, unlike the skeletal muscle we saw before, yes, they are. This is cardiac
Maybe she's
muscle.
very happy.
Something that might help you to remember,
Now
if you look
yes,
at
I
this
know. Isn't it
tissue,
great?
especially if you look at it a little bit larger, you'll notice that there are
There's some
very
power in
fine
here.
kind of zipper-like structures that
Some
go
to
through
like
it, and those are called
because
intercalated
they are
discs.
harmful
And when you see those, you
now
know you're looking at cardiac muscle and
people
not skeletal
planning
muscle.
for the
So we've
world
gone through the vast majority
domination.
of the forks
There's
on
a
this
connection
dichotomous
right now.
key, and I hope
First
that
things right
you're
now
pretty
for
happy with
iPod
yourself, and
since
I thought
it
I'd throw a penguin in
was.
there just to make you
We
smile if
plan
you
to
weren't
do Windows
smiling.
Doggy.
I really hope that this is a
Hi,
tool
John.
that you
Did
can
your
use as you
hammer
approach
doesn't
the
like
field of
this?
histology. I know
Hey
it can
there.
be daunting, but I think that
It's
if you
too
take
late.
kind of a tree-like approach, if you will, your brain will start to see the patterns. And even though you can't use a tree on an exam, obviously, please don't use a tree on an exam. What happens is as you use the tree over and over again, your brain will start to recognize things that maybe before all looked the
Get
same
away, girl!
will start to jump out at you.